couple years ago, looking back on it now, like we weren't doing very well as a band, because there was a period of time where like, you know, nobody would book us. We couldn't make any money. Could hardly even get like 50 people to come out to our shows. And I was just, trying to figure out like where I was going with my life. And I was living at home at the time with my dad. He and I like weren't really seeing eye to eye. I wasn't really making a whole lot of money. I maybe had like $300 in my bank account. He kind of viewed it as though like I needed to work within the parameters of what he deemed was necessary in order to make it. He basically said like, I don't want you living here anymore because you're wasting your time. You're going nowhere. Like get out of my house. That was just like, it was like the one person that I've always tried to impress is my dad. And for that one person to be like, you're sucking at this, get out of my life, I don't want to see you anymore. That was like pretty earth-shattering. For that one person in your life to tell you like, you're ruining your life and you're going nowhere by trying to go down this path, it really kind of makes you start to think like, maybe I am like ruining my life, maybe I am wasting my time, maybe like I'm not gonna make it, maybe I'm not good enough. Especially if it's like a parent or a family member or somebody you're super close to that you trust so much or that you're always trying to impress, to tell you that. I'd never experienced it up until that point, and I didn't know how to cope with it. I was buying like a bottle of rum or vodka like a week, and I would just blast through that. Which, I mean, I'm not a very big guy, so like that was like a lot for me. And I did that for a pretty decent amount of time. A, I didn't have much money, and B, I had nowhere else to go. So it was literally just like wake up, work, cope with it in that way. And that was day in, day out for a month or so. It was like hard for me to like fully get close to people that I was dating, just because I was like afraid of either letting them down or letting myself down, or getting too involved and then having something like that dynamic happen again. Yeah, somewhere in my mid-20s, probably within a year or so after that experience with my dad and I just decided, I just kind of like, almost like I woke up one day on the right side of the bed and I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be sad at night. I don't want to like distance myself from people that care about me. I don't want to hide in that shadow anymore. And so I just said, well, if you don't want to do it, you just got to get out there and do it. The funny thing is our relationship has gotten a lot better ever since I moved out. I actually tried to look at it from his point of view, is because it's like he would tell me things that he wanted me to do differently with my life, and I would just, part of me would hear it, part of me would just kind of go out the other ear, because I was trying to do my thing. And so I kind of like try to take a step back and look at it from his point of view, and I realized like he was just trying to help, even though that was in his own way. Whether it was the right way or misguided is, it's kind of irrelevant, because he just was meaning it with love. He was just trying to like push me in his own way to like work harder. And so once I realized that, I was like, I don't really have to hold as much animosity towards him as I really need to, because there's no point in holding on to it. Getting older, and I would say it sounds cheesy, but like going to bed earlier and waking up earlier and trying to get more done in your day, and I don't know, there's like a greater sense of achievement when you just want to complete more with your day and do more positive things with your day, whether it's like writing good music or working out or eating good or improving your relationships with your friends and your family and things like that.